Welcome to Car Florida. My name is Howard. So today we're going to talk about how to use an FPL charging station. For the last couple of days, I've been going to these FPL DC-fast charging stations, and I've found that a number of people have started to use them, and more of them are popping up about the place. So I figured it would be a good time to give a basic tutorial on how to use the services, because it's an app-based system. It's not a plug and play like Tesla. So you can't just drive up, plug in, and walk away. You basically have to download an app, start the charging process, and then from there you will see what fees and what the charges are in order to use the service. So I made a short video, and I'm just going to do a voiceover on the different steps that you would need to do in order to basically start using the FPL charging stations. So the first thing you're going to need to do is download the app itself directly from either the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You're looking for the FPL EVolution app. Once you download it, you're basically going to need to create an account. Basically, the first step is going to put in your first and last name and an email address. Basically, you need a valid email address in order for this to work for you. Then you're going to set up a password. There are some strict criteria in setting up the password. So basically, set a password that you'll remember when using the app. Once that is done, an email is going to be sent directly to you to basically verify your email address so that you can complete the registration. So once you've clicked on the link, you get the verification. You're then able to log directly into the app, and this is the first screen that you're going to see. This is the first screen where you basically would scan the QR code that you will find directly on the charging station, or you can actually enter in the charging station identification number. But before you do all of that, it would be the next thing you would need to do is add your credit card to the system itself. So basically, going to the menus, going to the payment section, add a new credit card. And from there, basically enter your card number in this section. As long as it's a valid credit card, it will work. Once that is completed, you will come back and you're able to see the card itself present in the payment system, upon which you can then click on the charge icon to the left side. Once you've done so, what you would need to do is plug your card in first before attempting to use the app. So basically, remove the plug it directly into your car, and then from here you will see that the app will let's go back and do that one more time. Right here, basically you will have this clear screen, the first screen, and you will see the scanner, the QR code itself directly on the machine. And basically, once you put the camera directly over it, it will automatically go to the charging session page itself right here. So on this page, it basically will tell you the charger. It's going to tell you how much you're going to be charged by FPL. It will also show you the idle fee that you're going to incur if the car basically sits there after charging itself is completed. You will see that it will tell you the charge plug type that you're using, as well as showing you the credit card that you're going to be used to start the charging process. So basically, once you click start, it's going to load. It's going to show the charging process is starting, and then on the machine itself, it's going to show the communication between the DC fast charging station and your car, upon which it's then going to start the charging session itself. And here on this screen is basically the monitoring screen of the charging session itself. And here you will basically have an idea of how long your charge is going to take. Wait, let's go back and do that one. On the screen, it will basically show you how long the charge is going to take and show you the costs that you're going to be incur when charging. Now, if you come off the screen itself, once you open by the app, it will basically take you to the search or the map itself. And just at the top of the map, you will see the percentage of your charge rate that's going on. To get back to that, all you would need to do is just tap on it, and it will bring you back to the charging session screen. Now, here I started to speed up the charging session because it's going to take roughly about 10 minutes to get to. I wanted to stop it at roughly around 60%. But while charging, I found that there was some information that a lot of people overlook when charging at FPL. So you will see that there is two set of messages on the screen itself. The first one is the payment method. So what this is referring to is there is a hold that on your initial on the initial start of your charge, FPL is going to put a $25 hold on your credit card or your debit card just to verify that the account is real. And that whole charge will then go back to your credit card or debit card within about 24 hours. So you're not charged $25. You're only going to be charged for the amount of electricity that was delivered to the car. Now, I know this hold will freak out people from time to time, but there's something that you must be aware of is that every time you stop a charging session and start it over, there's going to be a $25 hold. So this is something that you must be aware of. Now, after that, you have the taxes and fees. And this is something that a lot of people don't pay attention to. And this is something that must be pointed out. When you're charging, once your charge itself is finished, you're going to be hit with fees afterwards. So what you're seeing on your charging screen right now is the actual cost of the electricity going into your vehicle. And you will get a receipt after the charging session is done to give you a breakdown of the actual bill. And I'll show you how to get to the receipt once we're done here. So continue the charge. You'll see that I did roughly about 10 minutes of charging within, about 10% of charging within 10 minutes. And this is how you get to the receipt screen. So at the bottom of the screen in the center, you'll have a history. And in the history section, it will show you the last transaction, public transaction that you did. And it will show you the cost. And you will see that the cost itself is going to be different from the actual cost that you were looking at while charging. So on the receipt itself, you're going to now see the actual cost for the charge that you're doing, plus the taxes and fee that was mentioned earlier or shown earlier that you're also going to pay. It will also show you the charging curve. So basically what you would do is tap on the last charging session. And from there, you will see the curve. And then click on the receipt. And this is your actual receipt itself. So what you're looking at up at the top is the total cost for your charging session. No idle fee, you will see the gross receipt tax, you will see a franchise charge, and then down at the bottom you will see that there is additional state and municipality tax. So basically, once you're using the FPL charging system, you're paying your state tax or the equivalent of a gasoline tax, but you are, and this is just for electricity. So when people say that electric vehicle owners don't pay their fair share, this is an example of where you as an electric vehicle owner are paying your taxes to both the state and your local municipalities. And this basically covers the tutorial, because once you're done with the charging, you just unplug your car and you move on from there. And it's really simple. It's not an overcomplicated thing. Many people think that it is, but it's a really simple thing. It's an app-based thing. It's an app-based procedure. And once you get used to it, it's a really easy process. And yes, Tesla owners can use the DC fast chargers as well, but you will need the adapter in order to use those charging stations. The charging stations only have the CCS1 and the CHAdeMO charging plugs. Some locations will have the Tesla adapter. The Tesla NAX plug, and you would basically have to pay attention once you get to the charging station. And that's the end of the tutorial.